Hello. We're going down to see the crown mines at Botallack. Now this is probably going to be one of my first vlogs, if not the first one. I did try to do one yesterday at Dartmoor, but I didn't do a good job, I don't think. So this one may be the first one that goes onto YouTube. But yeah, the crown mines at Botallack, that's Paul Dark country. When you see it, most of you will probably recognise it. But it's the time, it's about 1 o'clock at the moment. We're earlier than I planned to be. But then when I get down, I'll probably have a nice cup of coffee and enjoy the atmosphere and the environment I'm in. So anyway, the plan for today is to get those mines in the sunset. The sky's not looking too bad, it's still very contrasty today. We've had clear skies down in Cornwall the last couple of days. So we'll give it a go. Hopefully it all calms down a bit and the sunset colours come through. And we have a nice bit of sea coming in around the mines. And hopefully we can get a couple of images out of it this evening. Won't be staying too long because after the sunset I'll have to zip back and pick the missus up from work. I've got a day off, so I'm going to make the most of it, get out and see if I can get some images. So I'll catch you all up again in a minute. Right, we're now down at Botallack mine, or Crown Mines, which is its proper name. So as you can see, the sun's behind me. It's not too on our sky now, but another hour and a half to sunset. So we're going to grab some photos using the long exposures. That's if my trigger's okay, because I've got a nasty feeling I put it away and I left it switched on, so I'm not sure if it's flat. But if it isn't, I'll take some long exposures and also just take some ordinary shots. But we'll have a see. So your first glimpse of the mines are down there behind me. Yep. That's Crown Mines, Botallack. Yeah, so I think I'll walk on down to the composition that's is fairly well known really. There isn't a lot of compositions you can get here because of the position of where they are just inside the headland. So I'm hoping for the sunset to cast a nice warm glow over them. So that's what the plan is for today. Right, finally down into position now. I think you can see down there is a ridge, literally 2 to 3 feet wide, and because of all the rain we've had lately and the ice and the freezing conditions, I'm not going to attempt to cross it. In fact, if you look at it, where it used to be all green, there's fresh earth there. So I think it's a bit obvious to say that it's fallen away a bit. So I think low tide today is 7, so I didn't quite catch it right at the tide. Ideally you want half tide rising and a bit more of a swell coming in. Do a bit of action, a bit of character in the waves. But I'll set up now and take a couple of shots just to test the exposure, see what's happening. And I'll get back to you in a minute. Cheers. Right, just taking a couple of test shots to see what the exposure's like. So I've decided to do some long exposures. Now I know that the trigger is working well. So I'm shooting with a 10-stop Lee filter, and it's f11, and I'm doing about 25 seconds at the moment, so light isn't changing too quickly at the moment, so I'll keep with that. It was to the right of the histogram when I took it, so I've got a little bit of leeway to just take a few more, but it's looking really nice. And as I said, I've just done a couple of test shots. I've settled for setting them on now, and I'll just put up one of the images now for you to see. This is the slow exposure, 25 seconds, f11, using the Lee 10-stop. I'm just looking up the hill there and just seeing another photographer arrive, but he's going to be shooting face onto those mines, so he's not going to get any depth or 3D or the you know, there's another flat image right there. Yeah, so as you can see, the sun is warming up lovely, and so I'm still shooting f11, about 2 minutes exposure time using a remote wireless trigger. And today it's an iconic image for Cornwall. Was a World Heritage Site. I think it became a heritage site in 2006. So this image is known all over the world, and it's always an honour to be here to capture this image, especially when the conditions come right. Could do a bit more detail in the sky, but really that's going to be nitpicky I think today. So I'm going to take a few more images through the time while that sun sets, and then as it does set I'm going to make my way up the side of this steep hill, because it's not too bad. It's been dewy lately, and if the dew comes in with the sunset it's going to be a bit slippery, so I won't hang around for it. Crack on with some more. So as you can see, that other photographer's at the top there. And I don't think he's going to get a great image unless he's just going to aim at the sun. And also, I'm not going to point at the sun again, but just to the right where the sun was is the Isles of Scilly, and this is a good spot to actually see him from. Right, the sun's slowly dropping down behind me now, so I'm going to carry on. I think we're looking at about a 3-minute exposure now, so just going to fire that off. I've just got to wait now 3 minutes for that to see what it does. Yeah, fantastic evening. Took a day off work. Saw the forecast Saturday. So mate Jim and myself went up to Dartmoor yesterday, and cocked a few things up with the camera. And the sky was just getting clear, causing very high contrast. We didn't do very well yesterday, but all the bad weather we've had lately, I thought I'd take a day off from work and glad I did. So I'm here to the sunset, so I got to rush back then and collect the missus from work. But tell you what a way to start off 2020 with photography. Right, nearly there. 2 minutes 50. I'm actually going to go 3:15 because I'm sensing that light drop now actually. So the thing with exposure, long exposures in sunsets, is you're guessing where it's going to be. In fact, I'm going to go 3.5 on this one. Just looking down there, those rocks are dulling off a bit. So as long as 3.5's in the ballpark, we should be able to get an image out of it. 28, 29, 3:30. That, well, bingo. That is a cracker. That's a cracker. Don't know if you can see the sun behind me, it's virtually down on the horizon now. So, not long ago now, probably another 5-10 minutes at most. So, I'll just carry on taking, well, at that rate it's only going to be 2 more frames, isn't it? So, we'll get the next frame off. Have a quick look at it again, see what the histogram is telling me. At 3.5 minutes. Histogram left to right. That is brilliant, that was. So I want to go 3:30. 3:30, dropping quite quick. It's going to be there. I'm going to add on another 20 seconds. So, bulb mode. Let's fire it off. So we're going to go for 3:50. That might be the last image of the day actually. I might just sit down and watch the sunset go down. It's been a brilliant afternoon. So once again, shooting ISO 100, f11, and this time we're going for about 3 minutes 50. And although you can see the glow on the crown mines down there, it's a very faint glow now. So yeah, I think I'll treat this as the last one. So I've got to get back up the side of the cliff face here and back to the car, have a cup of coffee, and then I don't know, about 45 minutes is it, something like 50 minutes to go back and pick the missus up. And then when I get home, I'll offload all the images and put the batteries on charge. I'll try and get into a routine of doing that after a shoot. But yeah, it's lovely here, absolutely fantastic. Ever get down here on holiday and you've got a camera, if the missus says no, still come down here and drag her with you because she's going to love it, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, the composition, I don't know why some of my words, the accent down here is not quite good, but yeah, the composition is basically, you've got fingers of rock stepping out with water in between, and got a big finger and a big rock on the end, and you've got the 2 mines. The left hand one's slightly lower than the right hand, and then it climbs way up to a granite covered headland, and yeah, a lot of green, and I say a lot of mine work in earth over it, so you get the oranges and the browns, and so when the sun hits that, it just all lights up. It's the, you know, the saturation of the colours, the vibrance of the colours is really good. Well, I'm just looking at my timer, I'm on 3:53. That light's dropping all the time now, so I'm going to go to 4:15, I think. So it's a guessing game, and the more you do it, the more experience you get, the more you're accurate at your guessing. But There we are. 4:15. That is looking pretty good. Ah, what a guess! What a guess! So that is my last image. So that was looking sharp. Also looking very, very misty and smooth. But that's it for me. First vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and click on submit. Fingers crossed. Things can only get better as I go on now. And add your comments down below. Constructive criticism, yes please. I've been doing photography for 45 years, something like that. And over the last 2 years, a bit of a break from photography. I think for doing it for so long, you get a bit of a burnout, I suppose you would call it. But I say, watching a few vlogs, namely Chris Sale, hi Chris, and Tom Peters up in Bude in North Cornwall, Julian Bard and Gareth Danks, and Gary's off up north somewhere as well. I think he's up north. But thanks to all of them, but especially Chris, because it was watching Chris's vlogs that actually woke me up, gave me the passion to get off my backside, get out and start enjoying it. So thanks a lot everyone, and I'll catch you again next time.